This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Districts in Canada, from the Pacific to Atlantic, anytime, wherever you are. Join us. You are watching, listening, that's streaming on INCRadio. Watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio. INCRadio Canada. Join us. Join us, join us, join us. Join us.
Good day to everyone. Kamusta na kayo mga kaibigan, mga taga-subaybay po ng INCRadio? Gulat kayo, no? So this time, it's INCRadio Canada, hosted by the District of Southern Ontario. Pero masayang-masaya kaming tinatanggap ko ngayon kayo sa ating programa, right? So, we are now broadcasting live dito sa Canada, specifically sa Southern Ontario. You're now tuned to INCRadio, changing lives through God's words. I am your host, Brother Danny Lintag, from the local congregation of Oakville, Ecclesiastical District of Southern Ontario. Ngayon po, we want to keep you posted. Very, very nice ang topic ngayon na ating pag-uusapan. But before we continue, syempre, we would like to do our proper courtesies, right? So meron akong mga kapitbahay dito na kasama natin dito sa ating masayang programa ngayon. Alright? So dito tayo sa Edmonton. Ate?
Yes. Hi, Kuya Denny. Hi to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all. I am Sister Jonah Lopez from the local congregation of Eastern District of Edmonton. And yes, it's a very timely topic that we have now that summer is almost here, Kuya Denny. So hope that everyone tuned in will enjoy our topic discussion later on. Back to you.
Ayun. So thank you po, Ate Jonah, for gracing us with your most valuable presence. At mamaya, we will pick your brain. So a friendly honk lang, busi na lang. We will pick your brain later sa ating topic. Now, moving on to our neighborhood naman. Si Ate Kat, can you introduce yourself and take it away?
Hello, Kuya Denny. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers watching and listening INCRadio Canada. Hello po. My name is Sister Kathleen Ga. I am from the Squamish Group Worship Service here in the District of British Columbia. We're not as close as to Southern Ontario, but we're still neighbors by heart, right, Kuya Denny?
Okay.
It is a fun afternoon here in the British Columbia po. So to all of our listeners, welcome to our show. I am very excited to share to you some of my thoughts about this topic. And Kuya Denny, ano nga ba ang pag-uusapan natin sa hapong ito?
No, okay. Shifting gears na. So we all know that not all summer activities, and sabi nga ni Ate Jonah, we're gearing in towards summer. So we all know that not all summer activities can be done outdoors. Diba? Sometimes, because of different situations, whether due to budget, di ba? Nag-e-echo yung pitaka mo, echo, 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 or limited time, di ba? Minsan, back-to-back appointments and you're so tired, or the weather itself. We end up staying at home, having a staycation. Pero it does not mean that we can't have fun and enjoy ourselves inside our homes. This is what we're going to discuss in our program today. So, hindi lang kami ni Ate Jonah, ni Ate Kat na mag-uusap. We invite you, yes, you, nakatingin sa cellphone nyo, nakatingin sa monitor nyo, nakikinig sa radyo ngayon. We invite you to join us in discussing our topic, how to have a fun-filled staycation. Ayan. So during our show, we will also talk about INC activities that happened and will happen to get us all updated. What the best way to inspire everyone and each other is to listen to the activities that we all do inside the Church of Christ. Now, let's go on and jump into the nitty gritty of our topic. Sabi ko nga before in our pre-prod, one of my aims today is to magkakaroon tayo ng mga kilig moments, you know. Kasi si Ate Kat, if you're new to listening to INC Radio Canada, si Ate Kat ay bagong kasal. Ate Kat, ilang buwan ka na po bang happily married?
Teka, nagbibilang ako, kuya. You know, when you're happy, you don't count the
That's
time
right.
together.
That's
Diba?
right. I will write that down. That's a good excuse.
Yes. I honestly, I'm thanking you. I think it's 8 months and a half.
8 months?
Yes.
Wow.
You are happy, right, Kuya Denny?
Of course. So, yan. So kasi the reason why get ready audience and listeners and viewers. And if you want to jump in the conversation, please feel free. Tuldok-tuldukan nyo na ang inyong mga cellphone and keyboards. Jump in our discussion. So, Ate Kat, so 8 months deep dive sa inyong relationship ni Brother Gab.
Kuya Christian.
Si Brother Christian. Sorry, my bad. I apologize. Si Brother Christian, right? 8 months. So our topic is talking about staycation. How were you doing your staycation when you were kadiwa or when you were single? How did you enjoy it? How did you prepare it? And versus yung nagsistaycation ka na bilang newlywed. And can we even use the word newlywed after 8 months in? Sige.
I'm not sure, Kuya, if there is a definition of newlyweds of how long you are. But as you said, Kuya, what are the difference of having a staycation, of being a single versus being married? And for me, staycation is, we were just staying locally. Christian would have to drive an hour from where he used to live to my our place here in Squamish. So it's an hour drive, Kuya. So there's a lot of coordination that needs to happen in order for us to spend time together.
Oh, wait. So you're saying, nung single, kasi sinabi ko, I qualified my question, sabi ko, nung single ka, hindi ko sinabing nung may boyfriend ka. Haha. So, yeah, di ba? So hold on. So can you answer the first question? Nung single ka pa, right? How did you, and we all know that we might have Binhi members are joining in. Paano mo na-prepare yung staycation mo? How did you do it?
Oh yeah, it's so funny you ask when, single. Sorry. My bad. When I was single, I was never at home. I love to travel, Kuya. Of course, I'm always
you have the travel bug. You have the travel bug with you.
I have to ask my parents every time I wanted to travel, and after graduation, my parents allowed me to travel by myself, and that helped me to be courageous in exploring. So I was very thankful to my parents. They allowed me to travel by myself because that's when I I, I navigated the way things that are right now. So when I was single, I love to hang out with my friends, travel to different countries as my parents allowed. So every time I have vacation, when you were just a fresh graduate, you would only have 2 weeks of vacations. I would like to keep my 2 weeks vacation out of the country. So that was my time when I was single.
Okay, Ate Kat, those comment, yung answer mo is like perfect. I'll pin it there sa taas. Pero staycation tayo. So now that you said you're a travel bug, you've been bitten hard sa travel bug. Pero the moments that you had no choice. How did you make your stay at home fun and exciting?
Ano nga ba, kuya? Ang hirap naman ng tanong na yon. Kasi, I'm always out. So, staycation for me is a little boring. I just love to spend time with my niece, my nephew.
Mhm. Oh,
Um,
I gotta say that's right. Kasi I've been following your socials and I've noticed you like talagang you've highlight her, right? So that's right. That's so beautiful. And you're and I see that you're a good role model to your niece. So kudos to you. Go ahead. Sige pa, sige pa.
yes, kuya. So, yun nga. Like, for me, it's boring because wala akong magawa. And, usually I would just play with them, have fun with them. So that was my staycation when I was single, kuya.
Ayun. Oh, magbabasa tayo ng isang nag-comment, si Sister Carolyn Shank. Okay, ang sabi niya, staycation is great with the right company. Relax and take things slow. Diba? Always go
So
out to
talaga,
eat
kuya.
at different places. Slow talaga. Eto may naalala ko eh. I enjoy romantic walks with me and my wife holding hands towards the fridge. Hold on, yan. So ganon. Oh, Ate Kat, so ngayon, nung kinasal ka na, how is it? How is that? Paano ka nagsa-staycation with your hubby, Brother Christian?
Yeah, so for me, life is so much different, when you are with someone and you're just staycation. Majority of our time together is, I would have to cook for food, and I think that's one of the best things of being married is that you and your husband have now coordinated schedules.
Are
Um,
you the one? I mean, I'm not. I mean, I don't want to be a stereotype because right now we live in an age where the husband cooks too, right? So when you mention cooking, is that an agreed upon uh, obligation? Oh, I don't even want to say obligation, role before you got married even. Na ako na magluluto, ako na yung tagaluto, or it just happened like that. It just
Yes, kuya.
we're
It
doing
just
the
happened like that. Christian doesn't have that talent, so I have to have the talent to cook. So actually, Christian, no offense to Christian, he loves food, and what I enjoy about is every time I cook for him, he appreciates, and every time I see him and he just like, oh, how's the food? And he would be like, yes, it's really good, right? You can see how happy he is every time he eats my food. And for me, and I think that is a fulfillment of someone who's actually cooking. And to be honest, Kuya, when I was living with my parents, my mom is such a good cook that I didn't have to cook for myself,
Ah,
right? And the moment that I got married and have my husband now to tend to and cook for, that's when I appreciated how important cooking for someone you actually love. You know, it's for me, it's a good type of giving na walang effort kasi you just have to cook and feed your husband.
So na ano na or one I got from your input, you learned through example, right? Through your mom, uh, visual and osmosis. Yung knowledge mo sa osmosis, sa cooking. And then when you said, yung nagsi-staycation kayo, I like the fact, and I'm so proud of you for mentioning it. Um, you you said that you appreciate, or you acknowledge that your husband appreciates what you do for him. And I like to highlight this word. You mentioned the word, you tend to your husband. Uh, and you said it's natural, like when you were telling that story, of how your husband and wife dynamic, all I envisioned and felt is that there's lots of care, even though you're busybodies. There's lots of
Yes, Kuya. You know, we all are very busy, and sometimes a wonderful way for us to relax after a work days, where you're working on a day work, is to be able to relax,
Mhm.
recharge, and enjoy. And for me, me and my husband just have a very relaxed way of enjoying ourselves, especially even when we're at home. Sometimes we just have fun playing board games, just the two of us.
Yes, anong games? Anong games? Good
Hindi
job.
ko sabihin,
Tamang segue.
love playing board games. And kahit we're just the two of us, we you know parang we're competing between the two of us. We're very competitive people, and the way that we give and take is a way for us to do a staycation. Not only that, Kuya Win, um it's the first time that we've lived together, of course, and
Of course.
there's a lot of adjustments for us, and this type of staycation, it's like a forever staycation for us. And the way our marriage dynamic was, every time I cook, he would help me out after cooking, and the way that
Idea.
he appreciates all the things, Kuya, is just amazing. And what the most important thing every time we do have a staycation is that every time I cook, sometimes I put a little bit of effort, do like a candlelight, and it feels like we're in a
Wow!
diba? Kasi
Wait a minute, kaping mainit. Let's level up, man.
yes, parang romantic dinner, and it's just the cheapest way to go to the restaurant because if my husband appreciates my cooking,
No, that's good.
he doesn't
That's
have to tip
good.
me.
Good. You're making me feel warm and fuzzy inside. It's actually good, and I appreciate you mentioning that, because we have audience. I believe in my heart that we have audiences that will actually be inspired to be hindi corny maging romantic, right? It's not corny. It's actually very very. It's a big plus, you know. Um, Sabi mo nga. So I learned from you, Ate Kat, you you like to cook when you stay inside, you play games, right? Board games, and then you're very competitive. Then segue ko lang sa games nyo, do you actually keep in score who won the last time and whatnot, or just at that moment and then next time, I'll be, do you actually keep score or no when you play games?
Not really, Kuya. The one that we play the game, it doesn't have the scoring. It's just that you win afterwards.
Got
So
it.
it's a board game that allows you to keep going until you actually won the game. So for
Yun.
us, actually sometimes we kept playing a couple of days, and we'll be like, oh, I won a couple of days. So
Wow.
competitiveness. But what I like about is when we're doing staycation,
Mhm.
we also, after cooking, we would have to, because British Columbia has a lot of trails that we can enjoy locally, right, Kuya? So after
Mm.
going for a dinner, and especially now that summer, we have longer daylight, for example. This longer daylight allowed us to go out after a dinner, and then we would just go for a walk to a trail.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is, wala ka nang, you don't have to coordinate schedules anymore. I don't have to go home right away to my parents. He doesn't have to go home, and it's just like it is our home, and it's just wonderful, and time for us every single time.
So, Ate Kat, before I pick the brain of Ate Jonah, so I'd like to highlight this what you said. So, staycation per se is a word that's not stuck sa bahay lang. So, when you say staycation, you are actually staying within your city bounds. Is that correct, Ate?
Yes,
With
Kuya.
that, so,
Staycation is not only just staying inside of your home.
oh,
Staycation is basically you're locally located, and you're basically enjoying nature. You'll be doing things together, such as biking around. You don't have to spend money to be able to enjoy together and being able to enjoy activities together, right? So that's what I like about
yeah,
staycation, right? You don't have to spend anything.
gusto ko
It's,
yan.
diba,
Only
Kuya?
time, only quality time. Okay, ate, ito. Let's get let's get our hands a little bit on the muck. Now, tapos na tayo kay Ate Kat, fresh off 8 months deep sa marriage. Now, Ate Jonah, kayo naman po, I mean, how do you make your staycation, I dare say, use the word fun and exciting with you and your beloved husband?
Actually, Kuya Denny, I think ever since the pandemic, when COVID hit, when you really, although you want to travel and you want to go out, you're confined to your home. So you have to really find ways to have quality time together, not just your husband, but with the family. So here in our home, it's the cooking. It's actually, cooking, just like today. We slept in because Saturday is kind of like rest day for us. But yes, we're busy, working, and to be able to find time to sleep. And Saturday is, that's one of the things that we look forward to. That's already a staycation for us, Kuya Denny. Honestly, when you're able to sleep in additional hours than usual, because during the week you're always just rushing, but on the weekend you get to relax, you get to spend time, like with me, with Kuya Henry, my husband. And one thing that we've been doing quite often now, almost every night, is watch a movie. That's kind of like our quality time together, and I would consider that already, because depending also on the movie that you watch, we both love romantic comedy. It's like,
Rom-coms.
yes,
Rom-com.
because it just, it's a feel good movie that, before you go to sleep, you're kind of like smiling and you just feel happy. And, it's just one of those, like what Atikat said, staycation doesn't have to, you don't have to spend money, and it's a staycation is basically spending time in your home country, or let's say your hometown, without having to travel abroad. So, I mean, we love traveling. Like me, at the cat, I'm also into traveling. I love traveling. And but yes, sometimes, due to budget, due to schedules, due to other obligations, we need to be confined to having this staycation. And so, what better way to spend that, than having to spend it with family, Kuya Denny? I think that's one of the things that we try to do. Just even to take a break, like, to just relax and go for, like a nice walk in the park. That's already quality time right there, Kuya.
Ate Jonah, I've 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 been practicing this sometimes. Like, do you believe? And Ate Kat, please jump in the conversation. Do you believe sometimes uh, just being with each other's presence, not even talking, just there, sharing a cup of coffee or hot chocolate, and not even talking, but you're enjoying the moment. Do
Oh
you know?
yes, definitely, Kuya.
Yung
Definitely.
parang, diba? I mean, it's one of those. I dare say a great blessing. You know, that's I think that's one snapshot of God's grace of having. You know what? You've done great. This is your moment. Have peace. Parang mga ganun, right? And then sometimes, all of a sudden, in that silence, the presence of each other, you know, biglang nakanti mo yung daliri. Oh, meron pa rin bang electricity sometimes? Ate
Oh,
Jonah?
oh yes.
Di
Oh
ba?
yes.
I
But
believe it.
Kuya, we don't want to get off topic. We're
No, no,
talking
kasi
about.
the reason why
Oh,
I said that.
I just wanted to greet Kuya Nathaniel
Ayun,
from Texas. He goes, "That's what I like about Texas. So easy to staycation within 4 hours from the city. So it's also nice, to be able to live in a place like BC. There's so many beautiful places to visit. Even here in Alberta, you want to go do hiking and just nature walk. It's so beautiful, and like you said, you just drive around the city and you're already like enjoying nature, enjoying your company, let's say your husband, your family, your children. And I remember from a coworker of mine, going, I would say maybe 20 years ago. He's an older project manager. He said, make sure that when your kids are young, spend so much time with them that you don't have to spend money. Spend time with them in the park, let them play, let them run around, spend time in the beach if you can. Just uh, let them run and enjoy nature. And those will be the days that they will remember when they're older. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but that quality time is what will remain in their memories and their hearts, because you spent that quality time with them. I'm saying this, Kuya Denny, because I know you still have like very young kids. So there's a lot of beautiful places there also in southern Ontario. So yeah, do that.
actually, I literally had goosebumps right now when you said that. Kasi I was about to say, and I kid you not, I was about to say, I remember a quote of one of my patients before. He said to me, one of the roles of the parents is to create beautiful memories for your children. And I was like, I thought about it. It's like, really? And then I realized, oh, I know. Like, and when he was saying that, one of my patients was saying that, I did have a quick flashback. I might not remember the entire IMAX theater of my childhood. Pero the snapshots, when I get it, it's I remember the smell. I remember the feeling, the fear when I got almost bitten, by the dog, and my dad chased it away or whatever. So yeah, thank you for saying that, Ate. And so going back to the topic, yeah, so staycation, one of which is that you don't even need to spend money. Napping napping relaxation,
Mhm.
taking a break, sleeping in is
Yeah.
God's grace to you too, you know and then you can play with pets, you
Mhm.
know have you been
I
trying?
want to read Kuya Christian's
Sure.
comment. So sweet of him. He says, "Staycation with your wife is the best ever. Ooh, trying things now, like playing video games at home." So yes, whatever you enjoyed doing when you were still single, try to incorporate that, in your marriage. Like Ate Care said earlier, Ate Kat, I don't know if you saw, if Kuya Christian doesn't know how to cook, you can teach him. That would be your kind of like, your quality time together. And
Yeah,
it one of the best things that you can do actually is cook together, you
start
know.
Now, tama Ate Jonah, perfect example. Kasi you are cooking, pero he can chop, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can
Yeah.
chop, or he can set the table.
Yes.
He's improved so much, but he can cook rice now. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
Is he the one finger measure rice?
he
No.
can cook perfect rice now. So that was and the thing that he mentioned about is because I don't usually play video games. He had taught me how to play video games, so I'm a new me. Because I love to go out for, right? So I don't spend so much time actually staying at home. I love to hang out with my friends. I usually enjoy nature walks. And if I'm at home, usually prior to, during the pandemic, I actually realized how much I love to spend outside of home
Mhm.
because I do a lot of activities, such as paddle boarding, walking, going to shops.
Wow.
Go shopping, even if I don't have to buy anything, I would just go to the mall and go walk around and try to socialize. But then when pandemic hit, it was very difficult for me to find things to do at home because I don't play video games. I know Christian was saying that I'm boring because I don't do stuff like that. But we actually, like 2 months ago, both of us got COVID, and then we were have to stay at home, right? And he had started teaching me how to play video games, and I was like, I'm being mentally challenged because
It's
my
hard.
coordination is not as good as when I was
Yeah.
here.
No, I'm so happy and inspired for both of you, Ate Jonah and Sister Kat. And even though I am happily married for years, uh,
Why,
I
Kuya? You should be proud of the
no.
number of years
No,
you've been
I'm
married.
proud. I'm proud. What I'm trying to say is, you can never really stop being inspired by the the brethren inside the Church of Christ, especially when you pay close attention to what they have to say. And for example, I learned from Atikat, her quality of appreciating um, that her brother Christian is trying his best, right? And vice versa. You're such an active person, and then yet you went to his level of appreciating video games. And I believe in my heart that he actually said, "Wow, I'm so blessed by God because this beautiful lady is actually learning how to play video games." That's such a bonus for guys. You don't believe it. And at the Jonah, I like the fact that you are able to share to everyone that it's not all about fast pace you spend, but actually the time, the most precious time that you have, is actually enough, more than enough, to spend with your beloved husband or wife. Now po,
Kuya, I want to turn the tables around. I'm just curious, what about your staycation activities with your kids?
ah,
As a
well,
parent, what can we do to entertain our kids, especially when they're staying at home? What are the activities that you enjoy together with your children?
um, we are a big movie watcher per se. Not that I remember the movies that we watch at home, right? But what we do more often than not, we lie in our main bed all together. Si ate, Sister Denise, who is already 14, my middle child, brother Zayden, who is 8, and my lovely daughter Bunso, Sister Amber, who turned 4 last June 12, right? So happy birthday po, Sister Amber. What we do is we have a movie marathon, and then we pick the good things, and we talk about the good things and the bad things that happened in the movie. So we sometimes, not all the time, we make it a learning experience for them, right? So for example, somebody got hurt or whatever, and we segue to church. That's why you have to make sure you always pray, because that happened, even though that's a movie that happens. So ganon. So awan ng Diyos. And then, ang walang katapusang chores sa bahay, right?
Kuya Danny, I just would like to, also recognize we also have Karen Serrano who's currently watching our INC radio broadcast right now. Hello po to Karen Serrano. Greetings from British Columbia.
Thank you po, Brother Renyao. for watching and supporting INC Radio Canada. Thank you, Ate Kat, for catching that important shout out by our beloved district minister. And to all those who don't know, Brother Raniel Sereno is the current district minister of the Ecclesiastical District of Southern Ontario. So thank you po for your support, beloved brother. Now po, Kuya Tech, as we are all inspired to have enjoy God's grace of peace and quality time with our loved ones in our staycation, right? We are all the more inspired to listen to one of the INC Radio original music that has been showcased in one of the in cinema movies called 113. And the title of this original INC music video is Put All Our Hope in the Grace That Will Be Ours. Please enjoy and listen to this wonderful video.
Dark has come, blinding our sight. How do I find the will to fight when my soul is weak and my heart is tired?
But in His words, I found the light, the strength and the courage to fight. I put my hope in the grace that He promised to us. I'll patiently wait, I'll never doubt, I'll never let my fear stand out.
I left all my worries to Him, stand firm till I finish my race. I put my faith and I put my trust, I put my hope in the grace that will be ours.
Oh, this world is full of grief, full of pain. How can we go on if our souls are weak and our hearts are tired?
But in His words we'll find the light, the strength and the courage to find.
Let's put our hope in the grace that He promised to us. Let's patiently wait, let's never doubt, and never let our fears stand out. Let's lift our worries to Him,
Stand firm till I finish our race.
Let's put our faith, let's put our trust.
Upon my hope in the grace that will be ours.
Oh, the end is almost near, but there is nothing to fear.
That was a very, very beautiful song. Put all our hope in the grace that will be ours. Again, to those who are listening and just jumping in, that original INC music video was showcased and produced specifically for the in cinema movie theme song of 113. And the lyrics and melody was rendered by Sister Jonalyn Chris Ann Legaspi, who just recently celebrated her birthday, and it was arranged by Sister Robin K.C. Makatuno, Brother Ralph Joshua Johnson, Aaron Garcia, and performed by Brother Aaron Garcia and Sister Chiara Angeli Dabu. Now, for wrapping up our topic discussion, let's now segue and talk about all the previous and upcoming Christian family organization activities in the different ecclesiastical districts in Canada. Quitek? All right, po. So here in the Ecclesiastical District of Southern Ontario, we had um, many INC giving activities that locally and family-centered activities that were sponsored by individual families. So mentioning po, the local of Mount Pleasant recently sponsored an INC giving first up blood and plasma seminar awareness. So the local congregation of Mount Pleasant, uh, with the leadership of the CMDPS and partnership with the SCAN officers of local Mount Pleasant, they all enjoyed the instructive information po of presentation of the importance of donating blood and plasma products. And why did that they do that? Because they're preparing the brethren in another successful activity that they too sponsored, which is the blood donation drive. And if you don't know, we'd like to inform you that the Church of Christ or the Iglesia Ni Cristo, under the INC Giving project, we continuously partner ourselves with Canadian Blood Services. We have partnered them, and with God's grace and mercy, they have continuously recognized God's blessings inside the Church of Christ. And after that po, Ate Jonah and Sister Kat, can you share the activities that has been happening in your district po?
Yes, Kuya. For Edmonton, actually, we are. This is happening next Saturday. We will have a district-wide tree planting to help the community, the environment. So this is always a fun activity that everyone enjoys, especially even the young children. They enjoy tree planting. I remember. As well volunteering for this. It's such a worthy cause, Kuya. And there's also going to be a district basic automotive care that is happening, as well as district floor hockey and dodgeball. These are all upcoming activities that we will have in the district in celebration of the 110th anniversary of the Church of Christ, Kuya Denny. Back to you.
Yes, Kuya. Then here in the District of British Columbia, we so actually let's start off with the local of Burnaby. They will be having a called CFO Fun Run Pot, which is um um it's like a fun run. We have different they have different categories running into 100-meter, 200-meter in an oval, so that will be happening tomorrow at a stadium in the Burnaby area po. And as well, we would be having a district-wide level Pasugo quiz edition. So that's very exciting po, and that's an upcoming event happening in our district. Back to you, Kuya.
Thank you so much. Aren't you excited, guys? I am. I was inspired to recall in my memory in our district book, specifically the local congregation of Oakville, my locale. We recently had a police appreciation day. And believe it or not, we were invited by the Oakville, the Houghton Police Department to actually visit their main headquarters. It was amazing. They walked us through their day-to-day routine, and they showcase the place where they actually uh, take in ingoing 911 calls. So it was a very surreal experience, and you can't but have uh, utmost respect to the sacrifices given by the police force in our community. And what's exciting po, they gave a promise to the church via our local congregation that they want to have an ongoing relationship with the Church of Christ. So they want to communicate with us so that they in turn will open their doors again to different local congregations here in the Ecclesiastical District of Southern Ontario. So, may excited kayo mga kapatid. If Southern Ontario, Canada can do it, so can your district. That is our challenge to you, brethren. Now po, Kuya Tech, if you're ready, would you like to play the Catching Up with Canada OBB? Please take it away.
Welcome back to Catching Up with Canada. Let's see what our brethren have been up to this week and what other activities we can expect.
Ate Jonah, would you like to open it?
Sure, Kuya. So for the Catching Up with Canada, last night we had a very successful Bible mission activity. This is simultaneous in the district of Edmonton. In our congregation in the chapel of Eastwood, we had three congregations: Eastwood, Meadowlark, and Sherwood Park. And we also had barbecue socializing after our Bible mission. So that is a very successful event that we had. And looking forward to more of that, Kuya, because we will be having more of Bible mission activities, more of evangelical mission activities, as well as I know that we will have some kind of songs of salvation, and this is happening around August, if I'm not mistaken. So we continue to invite everyone, especially the non-members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo. If you're tuned in right now, you know, when we invite you to join us in our Bible mission, our evangelical mission, hope that you will continue to grace our invitation and join us in listening and studying the words of our Almighty God that are taught and upheld inside the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ. Kuya?
And thank you so much, Ate Jonah. You know what? Um, the local congregation of Oakville too participated in our evangelical mission. That happened po last Friday. And one of our guests, who is from a Nigerian background, he's an international student. His name is BJ, right? And he said, you know, uh, I noticed that the members of your church, your congregation, um, I feel that I'm at home. You know, it's very family oriented. When I entered this place of worship, um, everybody greeted me with a smile, even if I don't know them, as if I'm very welcome. So I was so happy and proud that yes, brother BJ, that's exactly what you can feel all throughout the different chapels if you visit the Church of Christ or the Iglesia Ni Cristo. So he promised that he will continue to um, go to the Bible study missions that he is being invited on. And sooner or later, he said, if God will allow him, he'll sign up for Bible study. So kudos to you, Brother BJ, for taking the opportunity to join the evangelical mission of the brother the family that invited you. I think, how about your end?
Thank you, Kuya. Here in the District of British Columbia, we are actually celebrating the district's anniversary. And in celebration of their district's anniversary, we will be holding a simultaneous district evangelical mission. We have four different locations that we will be holding our district evangelical mission. One would be in Burnaby, in the Surrey area. We also have one in the Victoria, in the island po, and as well in the greater Vancouver in SC, Scottish Cultural Center. So that is all. And oh, before I forget, we will be also holding a special gathering of all the students coming up at the end of this month. So we'd like to invite all the graduates, not only the graduates as well, but also the students to join this type of activity. You know, this is to celebrate another milestone coming up for the year end of the school, right? So that is all from the District of British Columbia. Kuya, back to you.
Thank you so much. Before we close our very, very interesting and heartfelt program, I would like to give a shout out to all those who participated in the live chat. Sister Brunel Mikam, we miss you. Congratulations on your graduation. Uh, when I found out that you graduated, I had a flashback. It's so amazing. We've been blessed by your presence, and we hope to have you once again back, right? And Brother Nathan Russell, thank you for commenting there. Sister Caroline Shank, thank you for participating as well. Sister Zenaida Novasteras, thank you po. And most especially to Brother Raniel Serrano, our district minister for Southern Ontario. Now po, we hope you have benefited from our discussion and have been inspired to have your very own fun-filled staycation, incorporating some of or all of our mentioned ideas today. Thank you so much po to our beloved brother Angel Iranio Manalo, our SEBC President and CEO, and beloved CFO Coordinator. Most of all, we would like to thank our dearest Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you po from the bottom of our hearts. We love you po. Thank you, brethren and guests, for staying and tuning to INCRadio Canada. We invite you, yes, you, to enjoy the other programs here in INC Radio. Take
Thank you,
care po.
Kuya Denny. Next week, it's Edmonton hosting. So
Thank you.
join us next week. Our favorite summer cool refreshers. So we're going to
Ayun.
be talking about, the halo halo, the mango shake, avocado shake, whatever your favorite cool refresher, because we are looking forward to summer. June 20th is the official first day of summer. So hoping that everyone will continue to tune into INC Radio. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes. Oh, thank you, everyone. We hope you enjoy your staycation and see you next week.
Yes.
See you
See ya.
next week. Bye, everybody.